Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to have our first lesson in how to get prepared for death. Now I've got this nice syringe here with some medication in it. Do I have any volunteers? Oh, not today. Well, my guess is that about 70% of you are not prepared with any documents. Well, I learned a few years ago when my parents were getting ready to die that they had a lot of documents prepared, but they weren't complete. And my father passed away, and that went okay. And then when my mother got prepared to die, my siblings, who had been estranged for 10 to 15 years and hadn't spoken with my mother most of that time, decided to come in and ravage the estate. My name is Stephanie Payne. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been a nurse for 30 years. And going through all this stress and strain that I've never had to experience firsthand before, though I've helped thousands and thousands of people prepare for their death in a more clinical way, I had to experience the legal and trauma that was inflicted upon my mother and my family at the time my mother got ready to die. And I wrote a book because I had to vent some of the things. So the first volume of the book was pretty angry. And then I realized, after talking with professionals and friends, that everybody had a story. And I had heard many of the stories, but I'd never followed them to fruition until I had followed my own. We spent 3 years in court. As a matter of fact, it just ended a few weeks ago after 3 years of court battles. So I wrote a book. It's called The Sandbox Wars. Here's a picture of the cover. This is just a print off of the prototype. And it's actually at the publisher right now. The book is 15 short stories with some essays on following a simple plan. About 70% of us never even prepare any of our legal documents before we die, and the 30% that do, almost all of them don't even complete those documents. Now, this video doesn't cover any legal or medical or financial planning, but I'm just here to give some warnings of what can happen in families when people get ready to die. And so I wrote The Sandbox Wars. It's not a very comprehensive book, but it has some very engaging stories. It was professionally edited. And I have an attorney, an estate planning attorney, Melissia, Riddle, wrote the foreword to the book. And she thought the book was the book that hadn't been written about all the issues that she deals with her clients. And also in the book, there's some nice artwork. A friend of mine, Chuck Riddler, did this couple drawings. There's about 25 drawings in the book. And they're absolutely wonderful to help bring the stories to life. I'm really excited about this book, but I don't know how to get the story out. And I'm looking forward to working with you, with your program, the Expert Marketing. And I know I have a message for the whole world, because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through with my family. When people die, it should be a time of family and unity and healing and adjustment. It doesn't need to be a battle and a fight like the Sandbox Wars. I can be reached at thesandboxwars.com, and I'll have my phone number on that website. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today.